Hello, my name's Lauren, and if you've not seen my videos before, I like to talk about all things bookish, so reading vlogs, reading reviews, all of that good stuff. It has been a while since I vlogged. Like, I think the last vlog was somewhere towards the start of the year. But I am back with a reading vlog because when I show you the book that I am going to be reading, you will understand why I had to come back and do a reading vlog for it. We are going back to Dream Harbour. Now, it's taken me a while. This book has been out, I want to say, since like the end of March. Today's the 1st of July. Like, I would normally absolutely devour Dream Harbour books. I have done reading vlogs for the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and the Christmas Tree Farm, and I did a book review for the Pumpkin Spice Cafe as well. So yeah, it has taken me a little while to pick this up, purely because when I bought it I wasn't particularly in the mood to read it, and then I had somewhat of like a little reading slump. I didn't stop reading, just nothing's really been grabbing my attention. But in June, all of that changed. The reading is back. I am full on back in my reading era. So I was like, right, we've got to go back to the Strawberry Patch Pancake House because there has been so much Dream Harbour news recently. I also have a bookish blog and I talked about all of this book news on there. I will leave a link to my blog below if you want to go and check that out. And I'm so excited for this. If you have seen my other reading vlogs, which again I will link below in case you haven't, I absolutely loved the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, but the Christmas Tree Farm was a bit of a letdown for me. So I'm quite nervous about this. I have seen a lot of people say that this is brilliant and that this one is their favourite Dream Harbour book. However, I do prefer like those autumn wintry vibes usually for like this series. And I know the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore was predominantly set in summer, but it did end with that like autumnal feel, and the cover definitely had an autumnal feel. This definitely does feel like spring summer. So we will see how I get on, but I can't wait. I cannot wait to get back to Dream Harbour. So we're going to do this together. We're going to do a reading vlog. Come and join me. So I've got the ambience on the TV. This is my favourite one at the minute. I'm going to grab a snacky snack and then we're going to get into it. I'm on page 50, so that seems like a good point to do some initial thoughts on this. I'm not sold at the minute. The problem being, and this is what I thought the problem with this book would be, is it is like very heavily focused on Archer being a single dad so far and Iris becoming the nanny. And I'm just not a huge fan of romance books with kids in them. So like romance books that have the pregnancy trope, and yeah, even this, it's not doing it for me because Iris is making this big deal of like not being able to, like she doesn't think she'll be able to look after Olive, and she doesn't really want to be a nanny, and kids weren't on the cards for her, like she said, but she thinks she can manage to be a nanny because she's not being a mum. We all know that Iris and Archer are going to end up together, which means that basically Iris will become Olive's stepmom, and I just don't like the fact that it's been made clear that she doesn't really want to work with children. She doesn't really think that children are on the cards for her, but she is going to become Olive's stepmom. I'm not feeling that point, and obviously that's going to be a big plot point throughout the entire book. Like, as someone who is child free by choice, I just don't enjoy those kinds of storylines and those kinds of tropes in romance books. So you know what I said about maybe I wouldn't enjoy this book? I think I'll take it back. I read a little bit more when I went to bed last night, and I did warm to it a little bit last night, a little bit more when I read more in bed, and yeah, I was quite into it. Olive, the little girl in the book, doesn't seem too irritating at the moment, so that is a massive win. Now I just need to make a little snack and then it's on to reading tonight, and I am quite looking forward to it now. Like, this time yesterday I wouldn't have been, but I am looking forward to getting back now. So let's go and make a little snack and let's go back to Dream Harbour. Okay, I think I've outdone myself for tonight's snack choice. So we've got some Greek yogurt with just a little bit of vanilla protein powder in it, some granola, lots of strawberries, and then some dark chocolate. Oh, I can't wait to tuck in. And also, it's perfectly fitting when you're reading the Strawberry Patch Pancake House to have strawberries. We're about 125 pages in and we very nearly had something with Archer and Iris. So that spice best be happening very soon, because I am flicking through those pages trying to find it. Like, oh, it is growing on me, I'm not gonna lie. The book really is growing on me, and Olive is a pretty cute character. I do hope we'll get into the spice soon. Like, nothing I don't think will ever come close to the spice in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, because that was just perfection for this series. And I didn't particularly like the spice in the Christmas Tree Farm. It took far too long to get to it, and then it was just too fleeting. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get back. I don't think it'll be Cinnamon Bun Bookstore levels, but I'm hoping we can get a decent bit of spice in this book. And yeah, it is just really cute. I am enjoying it. Hello, so please ignore the wet hair. I have just been in the shower and I was going to dry it for the purposes of this vlog, but it is disgustingly hot in my house and I just can't even bear the thought of turning the hairdryer on, so we're just rolling with the wet hair in the vlog, okay? I've actually not read the Strawberry Patch Pancake House for a few days now. So when was the last time that I read? I want to say Thursday evening, and it's now Sunday. I have read another book. I'm also reading a non-fiction book at the minute as well, alongside the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. But I haven't read that one for a few days now. Yeah, I'm going to get stuck back into it tonight because the husband is out for quite a few hours. It is currently 4:30. And I'm guessing he probably won't be home till like 9, 9:30. So there's quite a bit of time to get my cosy activities done, including reading. Just so this vlog isn't super boring, me just talking about one singular book, I thought I would put some lifestyle footage in as well from what I'm getting up to this evening. It's really not that interesting, I just thought we could mix up the content a little bit. Basically, I need to write out my schedule for next week. It's something I always do on a Sunday. I'm a freelance writer, so I am self-employed, and I just like to get my week written down. It actually doesn't change all that much week on week, but I like to have it all written down just because there's quite a lot of it, and then I can tick it off as I'm going along. 1, for like productivity, and 2, so I actually know where I am. So that's what I'm going to do first. Then I need to do my evening skincare. I need to have my tea. I've cooked my favourite meal. I've cooked spaghetti bolognese because my husband doesn't like spaghetti bolognese, but because he's out all evening, that doesn't matter. So that's in the slow cooker right now. And I'm going to do a little bit of colouring, I think. I don't know if I'll get a full page done this evening, but we can start one. And then of course, I'm going to be reading the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. So let's get into my Sunday evening. do a quick update because I am now on chapter 24, which is page 209. I also have a sleeping Thomas behind me because it's absolutely pouring with rain and he decided to sit outside in it, so now he's drying off and being all comfy cozy. On that note, it's like 8 o'clock and it feels quite dark. I know I look quite bright, but it does feel quite dark because of the rain. I've got my candles lit, I've got my reading ambience on, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready for autumn now, especially because I'm reading a Dream Harbour book as well. I need those autumn vibes. Anyway, reading update. I'm actually really enjoying this. I know I was quite negative about it at the start of this vlog, but I am actually really enjoying it. The bugbears I had are still bugbears, however, I know it's not that deep in a book like this, and I'm pushing past them because I actually really like this, and surprisingly, I do quite like the child in this book. It's easy to see why Olive may have changed her mind, though I still don't think we should be writing female characters like that who have decided they don't want to be mums. But anyway, I am really enjoying it. I really like Iris. My big bugbear with A Christmas Tree Farm was I did not like Kira at all. Like, I did not find her relatable, but Iris just seems really down to earth, which I like. Archer's a pretty good character as well, and yes, I do really like Olive. So I'm really enjoying this. We have just got to the point where Iris was thinking about quitting, and now Olive has asked if she will be her new mum, because obviously Olive is only 5 and she doesn't really understand that Iris is there to do a job. But now Iris is getting all these feelings like it's more than a job. She obviously has the hots for Archer, and there's been some very like heavy flirting and stuff going on there, but she's also getting feelings for the kid. Like, she really cares about Olive. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's just a really nice little story. I can't be bothered getting up and putting the big light on, so we're just going to deal with this and hope it's fine. I really like the dynamic between Archer and Iris. They have done the deed now in the hopes that it's going to like get it out of their system and they can move on, but that is clearly not what either of them wants. Like, they definitely want a relationship, they just don't really know how to go about it. I love that it's a different dynamic to what we've had from other characters in the Dream Harbour series, and yeah, I'm really liking them. I don't think that they've overtook my favourite couple, which is Noah and Hazel from the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, but they could be a close second at the minute. I mean, it could all change by the end of the book, but at the minute I do think they are in second place. I really like their storyline. It's so much fun, and I'm going to get back into it. I did want to get the Strawberry Patch Pancake House finished tonight, but it's nearly 7:30 and I haven't even had my tea yet. I'm cutting veg at the minute for my tea. So I'm not sure I will get it finished tonight. I've got just over 100 pages left in the book, but I don't want to rush it just to say I finished it. The problem is, I now don't think I'll be able to read and film until like the weekend. We're on Tuesday currently, and I think it's going to be like Saturday evening before I can read the Strawberry Patch Pancake House and vlog it at the same time. So I did want to get it finished, but yeah, I'm not the quickest of readers and I don't want to rush through it because that's just silly. Chopping baby corn now if anyone's interested. But yeah, we'll see how I get on by the time I've finished eating and stuff. I've got a good couple of hours, I think, because my husband is out hosting an open mic night tonight, and it's usually quite late when it's finished. So we'll just see how I get on with it. Just in case you were mildly curious about what I was cooking, it's my version of a stir fry. I don't like traditional stir fry veg, so I just put baby corn and broccoli in there, and then king prawns and katsu curry sauce. So I know I said I wasn't going to race through it, and I'm not racing through it, but I'm finding myself reading it quicker because I am just willing. Archer and Iris to get their acts together and just get together. Like, neither of them can tell the other one that that's what they want. So I need this to happen. So I'm reading fast because I need to get to that part. I'm aware it's pretty dark, but I'm raging. So remember at the start of this when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get on board with this book because she's going to become a stepmom, even though she said she doesn't want kids. Well, it's gone one step further and one step worse, in my opinion. Because in that, I also said I wasn't a massive fan of, like, the pregnancy trope and stuff in books. And guess what? Iris is pregnant. Like, I was really into this book. Like, I was all for looking past it because Olive was really cute. I actually did quite like the storyline, and like I kind of liked how their relationship wasn't perfect and it was quite messy and they had baggage and they were trying to figure everything out. And I suppose in that respect, like, an unplanned pregnancy does add to the messiness, but I'm so annoyed, like so annoyed at it. Like, I don't understand why we have to do this for female characters. It was bad enough that she said she didn't know if she wanted children, and okay, I get some women are on the fence and she did change her mind about it and she was like warming up to Olive and she really cared for it. I got that, I was getting on board with that, but this, like, I draw the line at this. What? I am raging. I've got like 30 pages left and I'm like, I don't even want to finish it now. Well, I have finished the Strawberry Patch Pancake House and what a ride this has been. I don't really know how to end this and I don't really know what to rate this book. Like, obviously I started off fairly negative about it, but I'd say like within the first 50 pages I was kind of accepting. Like, the Dream Harbour books are not fantastic classic works of literature, but I just have a fun time reading them, and I was having a fun time reading this, which is why I was accepting of the storyline with Olive and Iris. And I actually did really like Olive as a character, even though I'm not a fan of kids in romance books. But the pregnancy thing, tipped me over the edge a little bit. One, because it was like obviously fairly fast, and like things happen fairly fast in the Dream Harbour books. Like, I get on board with that. It is what it is. It's the nature of the books. But that happened fast. And yeah, it had already been debated in the book about like the pregnancy trope in books, because there was the Dream Harbour book club meeting and they were saying about like the single dad trope. So I did like that. I did think that that was quite clever, but it did end better than I thought. I did quite like the ending and I will accept it. I'm just a little bit disappointed that it did have to have a pregnancy in it. But then I read the acknowledgement from Laurie Gilmore, and even she said that she doesn't often write kids into her romance books, which she doesn't, because she doesn't believe that there needs to be like a pregnancy or a child for a happy ending, and that made me feel a little bit more comfortable about it. So I think I'm either going to go with 3.5 or 3.75 stars for this book. I did have a really good time reading it for the most part. I enjoyed it more than The Christmas Tree Farm. I just wish some things had been a little bit different, and I hope going forward that we don't get too many more kid storylines, that we can just leave it out. I will say this is probably the least spicy book of the whole Dream Harbour series. Like, the spice, there was a couple of moments, but there really wasn't a lot of spice in this, but I didn't mind. It was still a really cute romance small town novel. So yeah, what a ride this has been. The 4th instalment in the Dream Harbour series. Next up is the Gingerbread Bakery, coming in September, I think, and we are finally getting Annie and Mac's story. I am super excited for that one. Let me know if you've read the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Let me know what you thought of it, if you agree or disagree with any of my feelings on it, and I will see you guys next time.